about a nipper?
Like play biting? Like just trying to get attention and...
No, if you're running with your dog or something and somebody else runs by and you just kind of nip. He's got kind of a blue humor and...
Well, that's a herding dog. I mean, if you've ever been around, if you've been around herding dogs, they've been bred for how many thousands of years to bite the back end. Well, you can teach them different things. Like I would use a watch me command there.
A what?
A watch me, which means look me in the face and you get a reward, pay attention. So once again, half of it's management, but I would turn around and as I see the jogger coming towards me, it's gonna be, hey, pay attention, right up here. Jogger goes by, hey, good dog, and then we go. I keep them busy on me, not them. You know, most of the problems on walks is because people let the dog pay attention to the environment versus paying attention to us. You know, the first thing you teach a dog when they're doing loose leash walking is if you pay attention to me, that's where all the good things happen. Don't worry about everything else in the world. Keep focused on me. If I stop, you sit. If I stop, you sit. You know, we put iPods in, we talk on the cell phone, we completely ignore the dog, and then we wonder why the dog acts a fool when they're on the leash. You know, you've got to engage the dog and keep them with you. But yeah, that would be the first thing I would do in a case like that, is just teach them to pay attention to me.
An instinct, I don't think you're really going to...
It is.
Break it.
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, you can... The idea is don't think about breaking behavior, think about replacing behavior. If I can make a replacement behavior more rewarding than the bad behavior is going to go away and I'm going to get a new behavior. You know, that's one of the other things that, you know, people don't realize when they call a dog trainer. I don't like it when my dog does X. Well, if you don't tell me something you want the dog to do instead of X, it's going to be very hard to fix it. You can't just say, don't do it. And instead of saying, don't do it, I'm going to say, do this instead and I'll reward you. And I'll make that more rewarding than what you were doing. So it's like you ignore the behavior, but to turbocharge the idea, you add a replacement behavior, so you ignore the bad, you reward the replacement behavior, which is the good behavior, and then things start heading down the road.
Kind of like a kid.
It's the exact same thing.
Supposed to be doing.
If you really think
about it, just to refocus their attention.
Redirection. But you know, really and truly, if you think about it, there's no difference with what I'm suggesting and how you raise a 3 to a 5-year-old child. And my litmus test with dogs is very simple. Would I use this tool, this device, this technique on a 3 to a 5-year-old child? If the answer is no, then you shouldn't do it. If the answer is yes, you're probably on the right track.